This is a 23/0 side pull-out awning. I'm going to show you how I installed it. Let's get started.
Hit it.
G'day folks, it's Ben from Snowy's here today with a 23/0 side pull-out awning in front of me here. What I'm going to show you is how to install it on your roof rack. Now, this can be applied to most awnings. There'll be slight variances in the brackets and fittings that you get with your awning, and also variances obviously in the roof rack that you're attaching it to. I'm going to attach it today to my roof rack, which is a flatbed roof rack with M8 nut-cert channels in it. I'll start though by showing you what comes with the kit, or what attachments you get, or what brackets you get with it. So when you buy it, it comes like this, and in underneath here will be a little bag with your brackets in it. So you get all you need to attach the awning to various roof racks. In this canvas bag here, you'll get a couple of pegs, which we need for the actual setup of the awning, not the installation, so we'll put them aside. You get these L brackets. Now they sit this way up, so this short side is what attaches to the back of the awning here. This long side is what's going to attach to our roof basket or roof rack. And then you get a little bag of M8 nuts that you can use to install the awning. So we've got some long ones here that we can use to go through, I guess, with anything up to that length. If you could get shorter ones, or if you've got something longer that you need to put it through, you need to grab some longer ones, but they're M8 on this side here. And 4 shorter bolts that are used to go into the channel at the back here to install the bracket onto the awning. And you also get these 2 little brackets here. These can be used on the opposite side of these bolts. So if we've got this on the underside of, say, a roof basket, the bolts will go up through this way and then up through the bracket, and that allows us to then put this over the top of a bar or something in the middle there and tighten it up over the top. What I need today though is some shorter bolts, because my roof rack, if we come up here, is a flatbed roof rack, and it's actually got channels for M8 nuts in it. So if we just jump up here and have a look, so these channels on the roof rack here take these M8 nut sets. They slide in like this. So this is what I'm going to use to install the bracket. So I've got some shorter ones that I've purchased here. I can then put the bracket on top like this. I'll probably spread the bolts out as far as I can for the best leverage, and then slide it right over to the side and attach the bracket. Now furthermore, I'm realizing I'm going to have to change how I do this, and every situation is going to be different, because this ledge here is going to be restrictive with how the awning sits up in here. I don't think there's going to be enough space here for the backing plate. So what I actually need to do is these channels also feature on the underside here. So I'm actually going to put these bolts on the underside, and this bracket will then sit up out the side like this. I'll have a bit of a gap so I can get the bolts in there, and the awning will sit on the side here. But the first thing we need to do is attach this bracket to the awning. You could install it on here first, but I find it's a little difficult to slide the awning onto the bolts while these are attached. I find it easier to attach the brackets to the awning and then put the whole bracket onto the roof rack. So let's just jump back down to the awning and do that. So I'm just going to put aside the bits I don't need for now. Now I'm going to put these bolts into these channels here. So to do that, I pop this plastic clip off the end of the channel here. I can slide these in place. I'll do it all from one end. There's a plastic cap at the other end as well, but I can slide them all the way across from here. Put the plastic cap back on. I need 2 of these to go right up the other end of the awning, and 2 at this end. Now in terms of spacing of these brackets, you don't really want them right at each end, because it's going to flex a lot in the middle. You probably want them about sort of 1/3 of the way in, or 1/4 of the way in from each end roughly, so that there's minimal flex on either side of where the bracket sits. If I undo these now, I can slide this bracket over the top. Now my zip is on this side here, so that's the bottom, so the bracket needs to sit this way. I can put them on, and I'm just going to do them up not really tight now, because I still want to be able to slide these brackets up and down to line it up with the roof rack once I get it up there. Now from this point, it'd be good to have a friend to give you a hand, because we need to kind of lift it up on the side of the car or the side of the roof rack and hold it in place while we do the nuts up. Now I don't have that luxury today, so I've grabbed myself a couple of straps, and what I'm actually going to do is just strap it to the side of the roof rack so that I can move it around and play with it, and it's still supported. It's not going to fall down, damage the car, or damage the awning. So I've just got that sitting there now. I'm just being careful with these brackets here that they're not scratching up the cars, just sitting loosely. So what I want to do now is just sort of position the awning so it's roughly where I want it on the car. I don't want it hanging up the back here too much and not too far out the front of the awning. So I'm pretty happy with that position now. What I now need to do is go to the back and try to slide these brackets along so that they line up with one of the channels on my roof rack so I can then do the bolts up. Now I've actually changed my tact here a little. I'm gonna actually install it on top. This is one of those things where there's more than one way to do these things. There's never a right way. This bracket will actually just fit neatly in here with this backing plate sitting just on top of my roof rack here. The only thing I do lose by doing this is the ability to put ties over the top of my roof rack here, but it's going to be better in terms of showing how to install it if I can go down from the top here. So from this point, if I put my M8 nuts in the channel here, I can then sit the bracket over the top and tighten it up. Just got to line them up with the holes. Okay, so I've got all the nuts in place. They're all loose at the moment, so now I can just sort of shuffle it in place. I want these brackets right over near the edge so that the awning is sitting up on the side of my roof rack here. I'll just do them up finger tight, and then I can grab a spanner and tighten them all up, but at least it's secure on the top for the moment. So that is our 23/0 side pull-out awning all installed. Now the process remains the same for most awnings. This feels nice and sturdy here at the moment. I can see that the backing plate is sitting right on top of my roof rack here, so it gives it lots of stability given that it's using the roof rack to stop it from moving around as well. The only thing I do lose is the ability to tie a rope over the side of my roof rack here, so you just need to consider how you use your gear, I suppose, if that's a big consideration. If that's something I couldn't go without, I would install these brackets underneath and leave a gap so I can get a rope around the side. Just the other thing to check is when you come around this side here, make sure you can access the zipper. All right, there's no fabrics caught up underneath here. Make sure that when you open the doors, it's well clear of the awning. If I was to install this on the side, it would be lower. Make sure it's not dragging on the door as you open it up. But other than that, that is the installation of a 23/0 side pull-out awning. Nice and easy by myself, but certainly easier with a second set of hands. You can grab these awnings online at snowies.com.au at our lowest prices every day. If you've got any questions about the install of these guys or any of the awnings in our range, let us know down in the comments below. Subscribe to our channel, we'll send you all of our latest and greatest information, or check out some other 23/0 videos like this one down here.